Welcome back to The Real Deal on NPD with Myra. What causes narcissists to target certain individuals as their scapegoats? And look, I had to ask myself this question because there's some narcissists that are blaming me for everything going on in their life. And I don't even know these folks. I stay at home. I stay to myself. So today we're going to look at this behavior and we're going to shed some light on why narcissists choose to single out specific people. So look, we know they thrive on power and control, and they engage in manipulative tactics to maintain their sense of self-importance, that keep that ego going. So yeah, they're the most important thing in the world. Yeah, most important. So they do this by choosing a scapegoat because they want somebody to deflect attention away from all those flaws, all those shortcomings they have, so they can place the blame on somebody else. Yeah, they got a bunch of skeletons in the closet, so they got to blame it on somebody else. So look, a scapegoat is a convenient target, so this narcissist can put all their anger and all their insecurities out on you. So you become a target for the narcissist to project all those negative qualities, all those nasty negative behaviors, so they can create a distorted narrative that paints the scapegoat as the reason that the narcissist has all these problems in their lives. So scapegoating is definitely dishonest and it's divisive because they want other people to look at you like you are the problem. Now, isn't that something? Isn't that something? So look, these narcissists have many reasons they want to pin their shame and their guilt onto anyone else but themselves. So we're going to highlight a few of them. Number one, these narcissists want to preserve their self-image. They don't care about yours. Not yours, but they want to preserve their own self-image. So they're going to need a scapegoat for that. So that's you. Yes, they're picking you because their feelings of self-worth and being unstable and uncertain, and then they base this on this positive self-view that they have, this view they have of themselves that is dependent on external validation and self-deception. They're deceiving themselves about how they really are. So they depend on external validation and they spend a lot of their time crafting a perfect public persona so they can hide all those skeletons and shortcomings that are in that old packed, dirty closet. So when the narcissist fears that those shortcomings might be brought to light, because what's done in the dark always comes to light, they want to preserve that image by targeting you, the scapegoat. So they have all this underlying shame and they don't want to take ownership of it. They only want ownership of, the good qualities they have. So they want the ones that support the image that they are perfect and superior. So number two, they want to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. We know this. So they need a scapegoat. They need you. So they can avoid taking responsibility for all those actions, all those dirty, nasty behaviors. So look, that perfect image, they have to have that to hide all those weaknesses that they have. They don't want you to know that. They don't want the other people to know that. Yeah, so they do this so they can protect their feelings of self-worth and, all those unrealistic, the positive self-image that they have, projected to the public. So their dependence on external validation is a huge weakness for them because, they are really manipulative and abusive and they don't want anybody to know that. No, narcissists know that their abusive and manipulative tendencies are frowned upon. Most people wouldn't have anything to do with them if they knew who they really were. I know I wouldn't. So look, this is why they're good at being charming. They're charming, charismatic, and pleasant in public, trying to act nice. They're so nice, yes. But these folks are abusive and they're manipulative liars behind closed doors. So they are always in competition. So they think in terms of winners versus losers. And since their fake image demands that they need to be superior, it makes sense to these narcissists that they need to have a designated loser, and that's you. So they use the scapegoat to take responsibility for their actions so that they can protect their public persona and hide their abusive and manipulative tactics and tendencies and behavior. So number three, they do it to feel emotionally stable. Yeah, so look, they need a scapegoat so they can stay emotionally stable. They have a hard time keeping those emotions, in check. So if you didn't know already, these narcissists, they struggle with many painful feelings, painful thoughts, emotions, and that's not something to make fun of. However, they need to deal with it. So it can be hard for normal people to wrap your head around it, especially if it's the first time you're hearing about it. These narcissists actually feel unlovable. They feel unwanted. They feel worthless. They feel inadequate, and they feel weak. But instead of taking care of that, because they don't have the emotional skills, the emotional maturity to manage those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions through healthy regulation, through counseling, through doing the healing work that the rest of us deal with, they're emotionally unstable. So for them to gain a sense of emotional stability, they will project their painful thoughts, their painful feelings, their painful emotions onto their scapegoat, you, through manipulation and abuse. So they're using you as a scapegoat so they can point the finger at you, so that they can say, I'm not the one who's unlovable. I'm not unwanted. I'm not inadequate. I'm not worthless. They are. Not me. It's that person over there. So this projection that the narcissist is desperately attempting to, they're trying to relieve themselves of their own inner turmoil so that they can feel emotionally stable. Forget about you. It don't matter about you. So when they're faced with hurt, anger, or anxiety or confusion, it is simpler for them to point the finger of accusation outward rather than to delve into inner contemplation and do the healing work that they need. So they make heavy use of projection as a primary defense mechanism. So at some level, these folks, they know they're flawed. Yes, they do. But instead of addressing it, they see in others the very traits that they dislike about themselves. And if they don't see those traits for real, they'll just put them on you. Okay? They'll just put them on you. So they feel power when somebody in their presence becomes powerless. They lack empathy and they do not feel what another person feels, and they really don't care. So as part of their narcissism, they lack compassion, patience, equality, and instead, they will claim phony dominance and strength. They're not strong, they're not dominant, they're pretending, okay? So a narcissist will choose somebody who possesses, or who poses a threat to them and to their fragile ego. They will choose you as the scapegoat because they feel you're a threat. So this can include individuals who are more intelligent, just more intelligent than them, more successful. People who challenge their authority, the people who speak up, the people who ask questions. Individuals who possess qualities that this narcissist envies or is jealous of. Yeah, so they want to make you the scapegoat. So by devaluing and demeaning you, the scapegoat, this narcissist attempts to restore their sense of superiority and control. Yes, make you look bad, to make themselves feel better. So look, this scapegoat will serve as a means for the narcissist to maintain their self-image. So they gotta make you look bad so they can feel good. Now, isn't that something? So by blaming somebody else for their own failures, for their own mistakes, this narcissist can protect their fragile ego and avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Y'all, this is something. So this allows them to preserve their self-perception as being faultless and flawless and superior, even when we know that is not the truth. So it's important to recognize that being targeted as a scapegoat by a narcissist is not a reflection of your worth or your character. It's not. It has nothing to do with you. They're jealous of you. They think you're stronger than them. They think you're smarter than them. It's a manipulation tactic that they use to maintain their own sense of power and control. Yeah, they want people to think badly about you. Not them. So look, we need to understand the dynamics at play so that we can better protect ourselves, seek the support that we need from trusted sources, and so we can navigate these challenging relationships with these old narcissists. So look, the narcissist chooses to make you their scapegoat for many, many reasons, and it allows them to deflect blame and to maintain their inflated sense of self. So by understanding this dynamic, it's crucial in order for you to set yourself free from their manipulative tactics. And you want to set yourself free. Run as fast as you can. Thank you for watching. And if you found today's information valuable, please like, subscribe, and comment so that you can stay connected and continue the conversation on this platform.